is the medium of life. Water makes up about 90% of the weight of the cell. The presence of water is apparently one of the key factors that allow life to evolve and persist on Earth. At the end of the lesson, students should be able to state the structures and properties of water molecule, relate the properties of water and its importance. Structure of water molecule consists of one oxygen atom and two hydrogen atoms. The two hydrogen atoms share electron with the oxygen atom to form two covalent bonds. The electrons of water molecules are unevenly distributed. Water is a polar molecule. Oxygen atom is partially negative, while hydrogen atom is partially positive. Its molecular structure is slightly bent to form an angle of 104.5 degrees. The hydrogen, which is partially positive charge, is attracted to the oxygen, which is partially negative charge of a nearby water molecule. Thus, in liquid form, water molecules are held together by hydrogen bonds, which can easily form, break, and reform. Properties of water. Water acts as universal solvent. It can dissolve polar compounds such as salt, sugar, acid, base, and some protein easily. Water has low viscosity. Water is suitable as medium for transportation in animals and plants. This property enables water to act as a lubricant. Lubrication is necessary when internal organs come in contact and slide over one another. It enables blood to function well as an efficient medium of transport for gases and nutrients throughout the body. Water has high specific heat capacity, meaning that large energy is needed to raise the temperatures of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. This property enables organisms with high content of water to maintain a relatively constant internal temperatures, and it allows lakes and oceans to maintain a relatively constant temperature. Water has high latent heat of vaporization. Water requires a lot of energy to change its state from liquid into vapor. The energy required to break its hydrogen bond is known as the latent heat of vaporization. Water has high surface tension. This is due to the cohesive force that exists among the water molecules at the surface and below of water in a glass, a pond, or a stream. The surface of water forms a film which can support small insects such as an ant and a water strider. Water maximum density is at 4 degrees Celsius. The density of water will decrease below 4 degrees Celsius. This is the reason why water becomes less dense when it is in form of solid, in example ice. Ice tend to float on ponds or lakes in winter. This is one of the unique characteristics of water, which expands when it becomes solid. The advantage of having such characteristic is when a layer of ice forms on the surface of ponds or lakes enables the living organism to survive in the water of the Arctic and temperate countries.
Water is often called the universal solvent, which means that many substances dissolve in it. Water's solvency has to do with the polarity and hydrogen bonding ability of water molecules. When a salt, such as sodium chloride, is placed in water, the negative ends of the water molecules are attracted to the positively charged sodium ions, and the positive ends of the water molecules are attracted to the negatively charged chloride ions. This attraction causes the sodium and chloride ions to break up or dissociate in water. Why is this important? Since our cells are mostly water, these solutions of ions and molecules allow chemical reactions to occur much more frequently, which is an important feature to allow organisms to respond to their environment. Water molecules are also cohesive and adhesive. The hydrogen bonds in water cause water molecules to stick together, a property known as cohesion. Polar bonds also give molecules an adhesive property, or the ability to cling to other polar surfaces. Why is this important? Well, water fills the internal transport systems of plants and animals. Because of these cohesive and adhesive properties, water allows for the efficient transport of nutrients and waste within an organism. Water also has a high level of surface tension. Because water molecules at the surface are more strongly attracted to each other than to the air above, water molecules cling tightly to each other. The surface tension of water explains why it beads up on waxy surfaces and why water-striding insects are able to walk on the surface of water. Water has a high capacity for heat. What this means is that the many hydrogen bonds that link water molecules let water absorb a large amount of heat without changing its chemical state, for example, from liquid to gas. This not only stabilizes the temperature of bodies of water, such as lakes and oceans, but also plays an important role in the physiology of an organism. Since life is based on water, and the temperature of water rises and falls slowly, living organisms are better able to maintain their normal internal temperatures and are protected from rapid temperature changes. And finally, the density of water is based on its temperature. Unlike many other compounds which contract when they freeze, the configuration of the hydrogen bonds in water causes it to expand when it freezes. This expansion causes ice to have a lower density than liquid water, and therefore ice floats on liquid water. If ice were more dense than water, it would sink, and ponds and lakes would freeze solid, making life there impossible. Instead, bodies of water always freeze from the top down. The ice on the surface acts as an insulator to protect the water below from freezing. This protects organisms so they can survive the winter.